Welcome to the Fearless Flirting Workshop. In this workshop, I'm going to show you how to make flirting with women fun again. For many guys, flirting with women has turned into a dreaded chore, something that you dread doing, and the fun has kind of been squeezed out of it, right? So my mission is to make seduction fun for you. My mission is to give you the tools for you to be able to walk up to the hottest women and be able to flirt with them. So this is a 5-part workshop. Today is part 1. And again, what we're going to focus on and what I'm going to teach you is how to have the ability to flirt with really beautiful women in a way that's fun for you first. Okay? So, welcome if you're live. Welcome also if you're watching the recording. Depending when you're watching this, if it's a week later, you're going to see the rest of the 5-part series inside this playlist, so you can just watch the videos one after the other in sequence. And what we're going to do with these videos is each video is going to build on the next. So just make sure that you watch them in order. So today, let's start. Let's start this. So let us first start with the problem. What is the problem guys are facing these days inside the game? So inside the game, a lot of men are saying, hey, Jad, you know what? I can flirt with some women, but not with the women I'm really attracted to, okay? When it comes to the women I'm really attracted to, I kind of freeze up, okay? I can't be myself. And a lot of times I can't even go and approach them because I just freeze up, okay? And a problem with a lot of guys is that, they can get some women, but not the women they're truly attracted to. So I want to give with those true beauties, those beauties that just blow you away. So let's start with setting the stage, okay? You've probably learned a lot of stuff about seduction by now, okay? Most of you who watch my channel are sophisticated viewers, meaning you know a lot about seduction. Maybe you can even write the book on seduction, but then when it comes to translating that knowledge into actual action, that's where the disconnect happens. Why? Because you're experiencing a high degree of fear. Now, here's the first realization that I want to pass on to you. What I'm going to tell you is that I don't think you're scared of women. I don't think you're scared of approaching beautiful women. I think what's happening with you is something different, okay? What's stopping us, okay, from approaching the most beautiful women and playfully flirting with them? Think about that. What's really stopping you? Is it that she's going to reject you? Is it that other people are going to see her reject you? Or is there something deeper going on? You see, what's happened when you've accumulated all this information about how to talk to women, how to seduce women, what's happened is that you've kind of lost the fun in the game. You're being too rational about the game, and you're trying too hard to do it right, to get everything right. You're trying too hard to be alpha. You're trying too hard not to be creepy, not to be needy, not to be too much of not to supplicate too much, right? And so this game has gone from being this fluid, spontaneous, fun activity that you get to do into this chore full of rules that you need to follow in order to get women. You see, when you get too much in your rational, logical brain, you stop having fun in the game. Let's say that again. When you get too much into your rational, logical brain, you stop having fun inside the game. What I'm going to tell you is this. One of the secrets to be able to flirt with beautiful women is that you have to make the game fun for you. And if the game isn't fun for you, then you have to find a way to make the game fun for you again. And that's a big piece that we're going to talk about in this workshop. How can I make talking to women fun for me again? How can I make talking to women fun for me? Because if you're not having fun, then you're not going to be coming from the good energy, and then you're not going to get good energy back from women. Okay? So, give me a second. So, what we're going to talk about, the first thing that you need to learn when it comes to being able to fearlessly flirt with beautiful women is you have to come back to making the game fun for you again. Okay? You got to loosen up because flirting is all about being kind of loose and spontaneous. So, a big mistake that men make and that you're probably making when it comes to playing this game is you're overly concerned with what women think. Okay? And you're too focused on what is she going to think? What is she going to think if I go and talk to her? What is she going to think if I flirt with her? What is she going to think if I show some interest in her? Okay? And your focus is on what is she going to think? What is she going to think? What is she going to think? That's the wrong focus to have. Okay? You can't be trying to focus on what you think she's thinking. You can never guess what a woman is thinking. And if you're coming into the interaction concerned with what the other person is thinking, guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to stiffen up. You're going to stiffen up. Okay? So in order for you to be able to flirt effectively with women, you need to stay relaxed and spontaneous. You need to understand that the game of seduction is a game of spontaneity. Okay? It's a game of creativity. It's a game of being in the moment. So if you can't be spontaneous and creative and in the moment, if you're thinking, oh, what is this person thinking of me? What is everybody thinking of me? That's not going to get you to where you want to go. And more importantly, that's not fun. It's not fun to be concerned with what other people are thinking of you. It's not fun to be concerned with trying to get approval from people. So, I'm going to teach you the first framework of this workshop, which is called How Can I Make Talking to Women Fun for Me First? Okay? How can I make talking to women fun for me first? All right? You want to write that down because we're going to be using it, okay? How can I make talking to women fun for me first? I've been saying for years, women mirror your energy. Okay? Women mirror your energy. Whatever reaction you're getting from women is just a mirror reflection of the energy you're giving them. Okay? So what we want to do is when we have fun first, when we have the intention and focus of making the game fun for us, then women are going to feel that we're having fun in the game, and they're going to reflect that playful energy back to us. Okay? So let's investigate. What does this mean? How can I make talking to women fun for me first? So the way I came up with this question is I was playing the game and I got too analytical, and I was going in always trying to say what I thought the women wanted to hear, right? Instead of saying what I wanted and doing what I wanted, I was acting and speaking in a way that I thought women wanted. Well, what I realized were a few things. Number one, the game became very boring for me, okay? and it was really uninspiring. And when I was talking to women, I was losing that enthusiasm because I was just kind of saying what I thought they wanted to hear, right? And on the women's side, I said, man, you know what? They're just reflecting back the energy that I'm giving. I learned something that says this was a conversation course about conversation and how to connect with people. I was going to sneeze. Okay. And it said, in a conversation, if you feel bored, the other person feels bored. Okay. In a conversation, if you're feeling bored, the other person is feeling bored too. So then I realized, I'm like, oh, these women are probably as bored as I am. I'm bored telling them what I think they want to hear, and they're bored listening to me talk in a way and act in a way that I think they want me to act, right? You see what I'm saying? So I said, okay, well, let me get back to how can I make this fun again? I'm bored. Okay, and then I thought, okay, well, how would I want to talk to these women? And then I thought, okay, well, what's my personality like? Well, my personality is I like to shamelessly flirt with women. I like to give them big compliments. I like to show them how much their beauty impacts me. I like to tease them. I like to bust their balls. I like to tell them stupid, corny jokes that aren't funny. I like to do funny personality tests, or, ask them like weird questions like, if you could teleport yourself anywhere in the world right now, where would you teleport yourself? And that's the kind of thing that was fun for Jad. Okay. Now everybody's unique, but I'm giving you an example of things that were like, okay, that would be fun for me to go into an interaction and talk about and do, right? So then I started going into the interactions, saying what I wanted to say, talking about what I wanted to talk about, teasing them in the way I wanted to tease them, flirting with them in the way that I wanted to flirt with them, acting in the way that was fun for me, okay? And here's what happened, okay? Number one, I started looking forward to interacting with women because I'm like, okay, I'm going to do me. I'm going to be me, right? I'm not going to put on this act. And then when I was talking to women, they were entertained because they were like, oh my God, this guy doesn't really care about my reaction. He's not telling me what he thinks I want to hear. He's just entertaining himself. He's just kind of, he's in this interaction kind of, how can I say it? Kind of like I was like having fun at her expense, but not in a mean way, okay? In a playful teasing kind of way. And that's different from what most guys do. And so women, they're like, oh, I like this guy because he's not seeking my approval. He's actually showing me his real personality. If you guys know Lizzie, my assistant coach, she says, when I talk to a man, I don't want him to be too well behaved and too appropriate, and because then I'm not really getting to know the real him. I want him to be however he is because I want to know who he is. I want to know what his opinions are. I want to know what his sense of humor is like. I want to know what his style is like. I want to know his personality. Even if maybe I don't like everything he throws at me, I'm still happier to know a guy like that because I feel like I'm really getting to know another person versus all the other guys who just come up to me kind of scripted and only behave in a way they think I want them to behave. You see? So the woman, even if you're not quote unquote delivering things in a perfect way, the woman will have a much higher tendency of liking you and being attracted to you because she's seeing that you're being real, you're being authentic. She can connect to different things. She's like, oh, okay, I'm feeling this guy. Okay, that's an important soundbite. She's feeling you. Okay, a lot of you guys, when you're talking to women, you know how you feel like it kind of misses. There's not really that connection. You know why? It's because the woman isn't feeling you. Okay, the woman isn't feeling you. When you talk to a woman, when you're flirting with a woman, you got to make her feel you if you want a connection to happen. If she's not feeling you, she's not going to connect with you. And if you guys don't connect, then nothing happens after that, right? And the only way you can make a woman feel you is if you show up with your real self, being a bit on the edge, being a bit controversial, being a bit edgy. You see what I'm saying? So, coming back to the question, how can I make flirting with women fun for me first? You got to sit down and write down a list. Really ask yourself, really sit down and picture in your mind, what would be a fun way? How would this be fun for me? In what way would talking to women and flirting with women be fun for me? Okay? And then once you come up with that list, then you want to go out and try it, right? And you're going to be a lot more spontaneous, and you're going to be more charming. And because you're having fun in the interaction, women are going to mirror that energy and give you that fun, good vibes back. Okay? You need to understand that women react to your energy that you come in with in a seduction. Okay? So a lot of guys, they think, oh, women never react to me. Women don't like me. Women are stuck up. You know, all this stuff. Women are reacting to the energy you come in with. Okay? If you're not connecting with women, it's because you're not coming in to connect with them. Okay? If you're not getting these playful kind of interactions, it's because you're not being playful first. You need to bring in the playfulness. You need to bring in the connection yourself. Okay? So let me look at my notes. So before we go on, you're going to see down here the Inspired Seducer community. I have about 10 spots currently, and I invite you, if you're interested, check out the Inspired Seducer community. Just go to theinspiredseducer.com, and if you like what you see, you can join us. We meet every week inside that community, and I support you. And the reason why it's called the Inspired Seducer is because my methodology of teaching you how to be in this game is the most effective way for you to become good with women is to play the game in a way that inspires you, that fills you with light. Okay? So I chose the name very carefully, the Inspired Seducer, because we want to be inspired in our lives, and we want to be inspired when we go into the world of women, right? And when you're inspired and you're enjoying the game, you become more naturally more charismatic and more attractive. Okay, when women see an inspired guy, well, they're going to be more attracted to that guy. We want to bring this back to day one. This is something that I think we all have forgotten at some point, and maybe you're at the point right now where you have forgotten this. Why did you get in the game in the first place? Why do you want women in your life in the first place? To have fun. That's it. Why do we men want women in our lives? Because we want to have a fun life. We want to have a fulfilling life. We want to feel like we lived fully and experienced life in all its fullness. And being men who are attracted to women, part of the fullness and fulfillment of life is experiencing these gorgeous, beautiful creatures and having wonderful experiences with them, building memories with them, building lives with them. And, you only pass through here once. And so we need to reconnect with that primary purpose of, hey, why did I want to be in this game in the first place? It was to have fun. So it then follows, it only would make sense that you would play the game in a way that feeds you the fun as you're playing it. You see, what I want to teach you inside this 5-part workshop is how do you get intrinsic reward, intrinsic pleasure from talking to women, from seducing women, from flirting with women. The thing that makes us miserable, another thing that makes us miserable, is we're too attached to the outcome. Okay, we're too attached to the outcome. We're not enjoying going out and talking to some women today and playfully flirting with those women today. All we're focused on is like, oh, did I get a number? Oh, did she call me back? Oh, did that date go well? Oh, was I able to kiss her? Right? And when things don't go our way, we get all sad because we're attached to the result. We're attached to the outcome. Here's a friendly reminder. One of the best ways to keep yourself miserable is to be attached to the outcome. Okay? And to be playing for the outcome. Let's say that again. One of the best ways to be miserable and make yourself miserable in this game is to only be playing for the outcome. That's not the way you're going to get good with women, and that's not the way you're going to get your dream girl. Okay? We need to find a way to make the game intrinsically rewarding. Okay? Let's talk about intrinsic reward. Intrinsic reward means you get the pleasure of doing something just because you're doing it and not because of the end result. So you can see a basketball behind me right there, right? So I love playing basketball. Now, do I play basketball to get trophies? Am I playing basketball to become a pro athlete? No, I play basketball just because I enjoy playing basketball. It is intrinsically rewarding for me to bounce the ball, dribble, shoot, get a rebound, all that stuff. It's intrinsically rewarding. It's fun. Just the act of doing it is fun. Okay. If we go back to childhood, we used to play. Did we play because we wanted to get somewhere? No, we just played because we enjoyed playing. Okay. Hey, let's pretend we're firemen. Okay. And then we played and pretended we're firemen. It's just the intrinsic reward of playing. Okay. So it's very important that you bring this intrinsic type of reward into the game of seduction. Otherwise, you're going to constantly be stressed out. You're going to be miserable, and you're always going to be, living for that future moment instead of enjoying the journey. So let's connect this back. When we say, how can I make flirting with women fun for me first? That mindset, okay, it's a shift in the way you're going to go into the game. It's like, it's not, when you have that mindset of, okay, how am I going to make flirting with beautiful women fun for me? Now imagine yourself at a party, okay, at a house party. When you have that intention, that's an important word. When you have that intention to have fun first, okay, your focus shifts from, oh, what are those two hot girls in the corner going to think of me if I go and talk to them? Instead of that, you're going to be thinking, two beautiful beauties over there. I can't wait to go over there and make the interaction fun for me first and have fun and enjoy that exchange. Okay? Enjoy that exchange. I just want to write a note real quick. Okay? When you're looking at those women over there and the reward is just talking to them and flirting with them in that way that's fun for you, that is the intrinsic reward. So you get your reward simply by talking to the women. Another reward is, we can even chunk it down more. Another reward is, it's fun for me to witness myself being able to move my legs and open my mouth, towards beautiful women. So there's a beautiful woman over. We all need to know as men, I have what it takes. Okay, I showed up to life. I have what it takes. One of your needs is the need to know that you're able to walk up to women, right? So even if you walk up to women, those girls over there, and they're not really friendly, they're not really open, they're just kind of like gonna kind of give you the cold shoulder, and then you just got to walk away from them. Even that is fun when you're coming from the mentality of how can I play this game in a way that's fun for me? Why? Because what's fun for me is knowing that I have the freedom and courage to go after exactly what I want. So even if those girls aren't open to me, the fact that I went up there and walked up to them and said hi, that shows me I'm a winner. That shows me I did what I wanted to do. I lived up to my expectations of myself as a man. So even if the interaction doesn't go well, it's still fun for me because I'm driving home thinking, oh yeah, I walked up to those women that I really wanted and I wasn't stopped by fear. Isn't that fun to live a life where you're not paralyzed by fear? So I'm just mentioning that because even that is fun. Okay. Maybe you walked up to like 3 different groups of women and it didn't really go your way. You're still going home thinking, I'm proud of myself because I went for it. What isn't fun is sitting there at the house party like this all night. Oh, should I go talk to her? Oh, should I go talk to her? Oh, and then you don't talk to anyone and you go home. That's not fun. Okay? So now let's say the women were friendly. Most women are friendly when you're coming up with a good energy. So you walk up to the women and then you start talking to them, flirting with them, just being your authentic self in a way that's entertaining for you first, right? So for me, it would look like, teasing them, making fun of them, giving them nicknames, doing a bit of funny role play, doing a personality test, telling them some stupid jokes, teasing them a bit, all that stuff. Okay, so that's fun for me. Now, whether they like me or, whether they're attracted to me or not, it doesn't matter because I had a beautiful exchange with some beautiful angels. Okay, and that is intrinsically rewarding to myself. Also, it was intrinsically rewarding. Listen to my words. It was intrinsically rewarding to witness myself being myself around beautiful women. Let's say that again. It was intrinsically rewarding for me to witness myself being my authentic self around beautiful women. Let's unpack that for a second. Why does it feel good and why is it intrinsically rewarding to witness ourselves being our authentic selves around beautiful women? Because what makes us sad, what brings darkness to our hearts, is when we walk up to beautiful women, but then because of fear and nervousness, we're not our authentically fully expressed selves. We misrepresent ourselves. We kind of like, again, we're more rehearsed, we're too careful, and we're not displaying our authentic personality to women. Then we walk away, we're like, damn, I got nervous. I just said what she wanted to hear. I was just kind of stiff. That doesn't feel good. So you need to understand that there's another huge intrinsic reward here, and this is a confidence builder. That when you walk up to those women over there and you just do you, okay? Yeah, I tell corny jokes. Yeah, I'm silly. Yeah, I'm blatantly flirtatious with you. Yeah, boom, I just hit them with that, whether they like it or not, whether they're attracted to me or not. I'm walking away knowing I stay true to myself. When you stay true to you, you feel good. Let's say that again. When you stay true to you, you feel good. That's the formula for happiness. That's the formula for having fun in this game. When you stay true to who you are while talking to the most beautiful women, you feel good whether you get those women or not. That is intrinsic reward. Okay? Here we go. That's what we talk about every week in the Inspired Seducer community. That's what we support each other every week in the Inspired Seducer community. That's where we constantly find more and more ways for us to be our true, authentic selves inside the Inspired Seducer community. And we encourage and keep each other accountable And then we go out into the world of women and we show up in this inspired, authentic, charismatic way. You need to understand this. You were born naturally charismatic. Okay? Listen to me. You were born naturally charismatic. You are a charismatic guy. When you let yourself have fun while talking to beautiful women. Right? Let's talk about that for a second. You already have that charismatic self inside of you. It's just a matter of letting it out. Let's take this example. You have friends, right? You have a group of friends, right? You have a group of best friends, right? Now or sometime in the past, okay? Or you had at least one close friend. Well, when you were with that close friend or group of friends, didn't you laugh your asses off? Didn't your friend like super love you because you're his best friend? And didn't you super love your best friend because he was your best buddy? The reason why we love our best friends so much is because we're authentic around each other, and we're charismatic. We love charismatic people, right? So you make your friend laugh, you tease your friend, he teases you back, and we don't realize this, and we usually use charisma and charismatic in the context of sexual relationships. But when two people are really good friends with each other, what they're doing is they're both charismatic with each other, towards each other. And that's why we like hanging out with each other, because, there's that excitement, that chemistry, right? And the reason why it's so fun to be around our friends is because we're just enjoying why do we hang out with our friends? To get something? No, it is the intrinsic pleasure of hanging out with our friends. And when we're with our friends, what does everybody say? Yeah, man, with my friends, I can just let loose and be myself, right? I don't have to put on an act. I can just be me, and my friends accept me. So that's what you want to bring into the game, okay? That's what you want to bring when you're talking to beautiful women. That's what beautiful women are waiting to see from you. Is this guy going to let loose and just allow himself to enjoy this interaction? Or is this guy going to be obsessed with the result? And then, we don't have to go through that. That's just, excuse me. That's just, that just goes downhill. Okay. So I leave you today with this. All right. Well, before I give you your mission, okay, let me tell you some things we're going to cover in the remainder of this 5-part series of Fearless Flirting. Okay. I'm going to show you several techniques. One is the give her a gift technique. Okay. Which is going to take away a lot of your approach anxiety. Another thing we're going to talk about is the $20,000 analogy. Okay. Which is also going to really remove your fear of approaching women. We're going to do something called do the opposite. Okay. This is something that we get from Seinfeld. If you're a Seinfeld fan, I'm going to show you how to do the opposite and get women to like you more. We're going to talk about the harmless compliment. And we're going to talk about the magic of playful transparency. And we're going to talk about how to approach the hottest women. We're also going to talk about how to instantly disarm beautiful women. And also the creep-proof way to approach women and flirt with women so women can never see you as a creep. And how to stay as relaxed as a Hindu cow around beautiful women. Okay? So those are just some of the things that are coming up in the rest of this series. So for now, here's what you want to do. Sit down with a pen and a paper and think, how can I make flirting with women fun for me first? Okay? How can I make flirting with women fun for me first? Think about what is your style? What entertains you? Entertain yourself first. When you go into the interaction with women, don't go in there thinking, how can I entertain them first? No. How can I entertain myself first? Why? Because the seduction is about it's about the mirroring. When you come in, you got to come in first with the reaction you want to get. So if you want positive vibes from women, you got to come in with positive vibes first. You want women to have fun in the interaction, you got to be having fun in the interaction first. Remember the rule of conversation. If the conversation is boring for you, the conversation is boring for the other person. That's why you got to make sure you're having fun first, and then her fun is taken care of. Let's say that again. When you make sure you're having fun first, her fun is taken care of. So you don't got to worry about what does she think, what does she want, what does she like, what do I want to do, what is my style, what is my sense of humor. You go in, you do that, and then she'll see that, oh, this guy is really entertaining himself and having a grand old time, and she will tend to reflect that energy. Now, side note, am I saying it's going to work 100% of the time? Of course not. Nothing does. Sometimes two people just don't connect, right? But that's a part of the game. You don't need to worry. You don't need to concern yourself about that. In the majority of cases, when you go in with the intention, it's the word intention, with the intention also meaning with the focus of I'm going to go in and make this interaction fun for me first, you are going to see that the women are going to have a lot of fun as well. So that is the end of part 1 of Fearless Flirting. If you found this helpful, recommend it to your friends. I welcome you to be one of the next 10 members of the Inspired Seducer community. Go to the inspiredseducer.com right now and join us today, where we have a community and frameworks, and we're just going to help you be this inspired man that goes out into the game full of vitality, full of inspiration, and being pulled to talk to beautiful women instead of having to push yourself to talk to beautiful women. Because most guys, they see this as a chore, and they're down, and it's just like a chore. Well, in the Inspired Seducer community, we bring you up to a level of inspiration where you're inspired and pulled to talk to beautiful women. And because you have that inspired energy that's continually amplified and sustained in our weekly meetings, you go in to the world of women and talk to them, and they feel your great vibes, and you get those great vibes back, and things start to happen. You start getting success with women. So check out the inspiredseducer.com if you would like to claim one of the 10 spots. And depending when you watch this video, you may see that there's a waiting list. If there's a waiting list, just add your name onto the waiting list. But if you're watching live, chances are there are still some spots. So that is the end of part 1. Stay tuned if you're watching live for the remainder parts. Our next segment will be tomorrow. If you're watching this as a recording sometime in the future, just hit that next button and you'll continue down in the playlist to watch segment number 2. So go out there, be an inspired seducer. Make this game fun for you. It is fundamental. You're never going to get success with women if this is a chore. All right? Make sure you make it fun. It's super critical for your success with women. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. I'll see you in the next. Peace.